Could it be that in our relentless quest for pleasure, we inadvertently stumble upon dissatisfaction? Hello everyone, and welcome to Reality Radar, the channel where we explore the most mind-blowing concepts in science and philosophy. I'm your host, Lovish, and today we're going to talk about the paradox of hedonism, a philosophical conundrum that challenges our natural inclination towards gratification. The paradox of hedonism suggests that the more we chase after pleasure, the more elusive it becomes. Imagine running on a treadmill. The faster you run, the farther the destination appears. It's a bit like that. The concept suggests that by making pleasure our ultimate goal, we may be setting ourselves up for disappointment. Quite fascinating, isn't it? The pursuit of pleasure, rather than leading to happiness, could potentially lead to less of it. It's as if our own desires betray us, leading us on a wild goose chase with no end in sight. But how does this work? Consider for a moment the concept of satisfaction. When we achieve something we've been striving for, we feel a sense of accomplishment, a rush of happiness. But what happens when the goal is simply pleasure? The problem lies in the fleeting nature of pleasure. It's transient, it's momentary, it's elusive. And the more we chase it, the more it seems to slip away. So, what are we left with? A sense of frustration, dissatisfaction, and, ironically, unhappiness. That's the paradox of hedonism. We seek pleasure and end up with the exact opposite. It's not all doom and gloom, though. The paradox of hedonism doesn't suggest that we should abandon the pursuit of happiness. Rather, it proposes a different approach. Instead of chasing after pleasure, we should focus on meaningful activities, personal growth, and relationships. By shifting our focus, we may find that happiness comes as a byproduct, not as an end goal. In summary, the paradox of hedonism challenges the idea that the pursuit of pleasure leads to happiness. Instead, it suggests that this pursuit may lead to dissatisfaction and unhappiness. However, by focusing on meaningful activities and relationships, we may find that happiness comes naturally, not as a result of our pursuit, but as a byproduct of living a fulfilling life. So the next time you're racing after pleasure, remember the treadmill. It might just be time to step off and find a new path.